Hey everyone, I'm Wutang, and today we are going to be making pancetta arancini. Arancini is an old-school Sicilian dish, traditionally made of balls of cooked risotto, coated in breadcrumbs and deep-fried. These are a fair amount of work to put together, but I absolutely love how tasty the end product is. In our version of arancini, we are adding pan-fried pancetta and a couple veggies and using a red pepper risotto, but you can customize yours with whatever suits you. Be creative. If you're making your risotto from scratch like I did, this recipe takes a considerable amount of time to make, but only requires a stove and a stainless steel pan. For this recipe, you will need 3 to 5 cups of cooked risotto. If you're not exactly sure how to make risotto, I've got a video for you. You can find it linked in the recipe section in the description and pinned in the comments section below. 4 to 5 ounces of pancetta, a half of a large onion, diced small to medium, 3/4 of a cup of mozzarella cheese, 2 cups of Italian-style panko crumbs, 1 egg, salt and pepper, and red pepper flakes. Just a heads up, I had originally intended to cook the risotto as part of this video, but the process was intricate enough that I decided to make it its own video. So in this photo, you see some ingredients from the risotto itself. Pay attention to the ingredients listed here, not the photo. Thanks for your understanding. Your first step will be to chop and sauté your onion. Chop small to medium and sauté in a stainless steel pan on medium-high heat for 3 to 5 minutes. To this pan, you will now add your pancetta. Take about 8 to 12 minutes to cook your pancetta, stirring every minute. If you've never cooked with pancetta before, you may expect it to cook the same way as bacon, but this is not the case. Cooked pancetta will retain its pinkish color, so if yours turns brown, it means you've burnt it. You may have a little brown stuck to the bottom of your pan when your cook is done, and that's okay. If while cooking your pancetta begins to brown at the corners, it means it's done cooking, so take it off the heat and head to your next step. Transfer your onion and pancetta mix to a medium mixing bowl to cool. Spread out the mix across the surface of the bowl to help it cool faster. Once your pancetta has cooled to about room temperature, it's time to add your remaining ingredients. Add your risotto, your mozzarella, half of your panko crumbs, and your beaten egg to the bowl. Season with about a half a teaspoon of red pepper flakes and a generous portion of salt and pepper. Stir well to combine. Your next step will be to form your arancini. Spread your remaining panko crumbs across a dinner plate, then form by hand a ball of your arancini mix. You should make each ball about 30% bigger than a golf ball. Once formed, roll each ball into your panko crumbs, making sure to generously coat each ball. Once rolled, set aside on any pan or plate. At this point, you could form the arancini into any shape you would like, but I keep them as balls here because it's easier to work with. But ultimately, this one's your call. A small word of warning here, if you pack your arancini too tightly, you can basically mush the risotto together and lose a lot of that really great risotto texture. If this doesn't worry you, then pack away, but if you want to keep the texture and keep the arancini from falling apart when you fry it, you can refrigerate the mixture for about 30 minutes before you form the arancini. This will make the mix slightly harder to work with, but it also makes it less likely to fall apart in the fry. Once your arancini is all formed and breaded, it's time to fry. In a stainless steel pan, add enough oil to form about a 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch deep pool. I use canola oil here. The smaller the pan, the better, as once you add enough arancini to the oil level will rise, shortening the frying process. Heat this oil to just under high, or to about 385 degrees Fahrenheit, or 196 Celsius for the rest of the world. Once your oil is heated, add as many arancini as will fit without touching and without overflowing your oil. You don't want to burn your house down cooking arancini. Fry on this side for 2 to 3 minutes until light or medium golden brown on the oil downside. Flip each ball and fry again for about 2 minutes. Remove from the oil and allow to cool and drain on a paper towel or drying rack for about 3 minutes. Continue this process until all your arancini is fried. This is an incredibly decadent dish. It's very rich. It's best served as its own meal or as an appetizer for a very light lunch or dinner. Enjoy on its own or with a nice homemade marinara as a dipping sauce. Thanks to everybody who watched to the end of this video. Let me know in the comments section below how yours turned out and what you served it with. Subscribe to see more, and let me know if there's any recipe you would like to see me make. Thank you again. I am Wutang, and I will see you next time.